Aloha mai kako e nahua maka maka mai kalahi ki a kalakau, velina nui me ki aloha. Aloha. My name is Kaiwi Puniko Ikaveku Laip, and I am the Native Hawaiian Affairs Program Officer at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Thank you. I lead the Native Hawaiian Place of Learning Advancement Office, as well as our Truth, Racial Healing, and Transformation Center. And on behalf of the university and my team, we just want to say mahalo nui for inviting me to be here today. I'm going to present a chant called Maewa I Kahau Maia Kamakani, written by Kainani Kahaunaele, melody by Manu Aikohana Boyd. And this chant speaks of the a'ali'i. The a'ali'i is a plant found in Hawaii with some really beautiful qualities. First, it has a taproot, and so it goes deep down into Hawaii's soils to draw its nourishment. And because of that deep taproot, it can withstand and grow, it can withstand really high winds and periods of drought. And it becomes this tree that can be flexible and pliable in the wind rather than breaking. And because of that, our kupuna celebrated this quality in the Olelo No'eau, or Hawaiian proverb, He a'ali'i ku makani maiau a ohe makani nāna e kula'i. I am the wind withstanding a'ali'i, no wind can topple me over. And because of this resilience and this flexibility, it grows to become a plant that can be responsive to our communities in many ways. The leaves are used for medicine, the flowers and capsules used for lei making and dye to make beautiful things. The wood can be used for pillars of a house and even weapons when necessary. And so I share this chant today to celebrate all of you and your a'ali'i qualities, the ways that you are grounded in Hawaii and continue to dig deep into Hawaii's soils to draw nourishment. The ways that you are flexible and will continue to be flexible in the high winds and periods of drought that you will undoubtedly face as you serve our communities. And finally, the ways that you will be the medicine, the beauty, and even the pillars and perhaps the weapons when necessary to protect our Hawaii and all of the communities who call this place home. And so with that, I present to you Maewa I Kahau Maia Kamakani. Maewa I Kahau Maia Kamakani. Puehu valea e nahi hua a'ali'i. Kauli ili ka loa me ka laulai. Loku iho ka haua umai tabo. Pola e ka hihua I tawailani. O ka puka e la no ia o tamu. He kupu ana hoi a mohai. I ka helua kala, I ka vai o ka opu. I pua no ke aali, ke hia e tau. Ma hua mano alei. E leia na I ke a'ali'i ku makani e aloha no.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the entrance of the House members, please hold your applause until all members have entered. Richard H.K. Onishi, Hilo. Chris Todd, Hilo, Keaukaha, Orchid Lands Estate, Ainaloa, Hawaiian Acres, Fern Acres, Curtistown, Ke'au. Gregor Ilagan, Hawaiian Paradise Park, Hawaiian Beaches, Nanavale Estates, Leilani Estates. Janae Capella, Kea'au, Curtistown, Mountain View, Glenwood, Fern Forest, Volcano, Pahala, Punaluu, Na'alehu, Waiohinu, Hawaiian Ocean View, Ho'okena. Kirsten Kahaloa, Honaunau, Napo'opo'o, Captain Cook, Kealakekua, Keaho, Holualoa, Kailua Kona. Nicole E. Lowen, Kailua Kona, Honokohau, Kala'oa, Pu'uanahulu, Puako, Waikoloa. David A. Tarnas, Hawi, Halaula, Waimea, Makahalau, Waikiki, Waikoloa, Kavaihai, Mahukona. Justin H. Woodson, Kahalui, Pu'unene, Wailuku. Troy N. Hashimoto, Waiehu, Paukukalo, Wailuku, Wailuku Heights, Waikapu, Hayashi Village. Therese Amato, Ma'alaya, Kihei, Keo Wakapu, Wailea, Makena, Kanahena, Keo Ni O'io. Kyle T. Yamashita, Keahua, Hailimaili, Pukalani, Makawao, Pulehu, Waiakoa, Keokea, Ulupalakua. Mahina Poe Poe, Molokai, Lanai, Kaho'olave, Kaholui, Haiku, Peahi, Huelo, Nahiku, Hana, Kipahulu. Ellie Cochran, Kahakuloa, Waihe'e, Waiehu, Ma'alea, Olovalu, Lahaina, Lahaina Luna, Ka'anapali, Mahinahina Camp, Kahana, Honokahua. Nadine K. Nakamura, Ha'ena, Wainiha, Hanalei, Princeville, Kilauea, Anahola, Keali'ia, Kapa'a, Wailua, Kavaihau. D. Morikawa, Ni'ihau, Omau, Koloa, Poipu, Lava'i, Kalaheo, Ele'ele, Hanapepe, Ka'awainui Village, Pakala Village, Waimea, Kehaha. Jean Ward, Portlock, Hawaii Kai, Kalama Valley. Mark J. Hashem, Wailai Kahala, Aina Haina, New Valley, Kuli'o'o. Bertrand Kobayashi, Kahala, Ka'alavai, Wailai, Kaimuki, Kapahulu. Jackson D. Sayama, Wilhelmina Rise, Maunalani Heights, St. Louis Heights. Andrew Takuya Garrett, Manoa. Scott Y. Nishimoto, Mo'ili'ili, Macaulay. Adrian K. Tam, Waikiki. Scott K. Psyche, Ala Moana, Kaka'ako, Downtown. Della Au Belati, Makiki, Punch Bowl. Jenna Takeno Uchi, Pacific Heights, Nu'uanu, Liliha. Daniel Holt, Sand Island, Iwilei, Chinatown. John M. Mizuno, Kamehameha Heights, Kalihi Valley, Kalihi. Sunny Ganadin, Kalihi, Kalihi Kai, Kehi Lagoon, Hickam Village. Linda Ichiyama, Fort Shafter Flats, Salt Lake, Pearl Harbor. Micah P.K. Ayu, Fort Shafter, Moanalua, Aliamanu, Foster Village, Aiea, Halava. Sam Satoru Kong, Halava, Aiea, Waimalu. Greg Takayama, Pearl City, Waiau, Pacific Palisades. Corey M. Chun, Pearl City, Waipahu, Crestview. Rochelle Lamosau, Waipahu. Lauren Matsumoto, Mililani, Waipio Acres, Mililani Mauka. Elijah Pirik, Royal Kunia, Waipahu, Honouliuli, Lower Village. Rose Martinez, Lower Village, Eva Beach, Iroquois Point. David Alcos III, Eva Beach, Ocean Point, Barbers Point. Diamond Garcia, Verona Village, Eva, Kapolei, Fernandez Village. Kanani Souza, Kapolei, Makakilo. Darius K. Kila, Honokai Hale, Nanakuli, Maili. Cedric Oswega Gates, Waianae, Makaha. Amy A. Peruso, Waipio Acres, Wahiawa, Whitmore Village, Mokuleia. Sean Quinlan, Waialua, Haleiwa, Kawailoa Beach, Waimea, Sunset Beach, Waiale'e, Kavela Bay, Kahuku, La'ie, Haula, Punalu, Kahana. Lisa Kitagawa, Kaneohe, Ahuimanu, Kahalu, Waihole, Ka'aava. Scott Z. Matayoshi, Kaneohe, Manuili. Natalia Hussey Burdick, Kailua, Kaneohe Bay. Lisa Martin, Waimanalo, Keolu Hills, Lanikai, Kailua. Members of the audience, people of the state of Hawaii, this is your House of Representatives. Please be seated.
The House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii is now called to order. Aloha, I am Richard Onishi, representative from the 2nd House District on Hawaii Island. I am honored to preside over this opening day ceremony. E komomai. At this time, I call upon Major Jared Sproat of the Hawaii Air National Guard to lead us in the singing of the National Anthem and Hawaii Pono'i. Thereafter, Kavi'i Po Maikai Kaha'oloa, daughter of Representative Christian Kahaloa, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Will the members and audience please rise?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hawaii pono i nana i komo i kalani ali ke ali makua lani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe makua lani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are honored today to have Noi Noi Wong Wilson to deliver this morning's invocation. Will the Sergeant at Arms please escort Ms. Wong Wilson to the rostrum?
Mauna ke o pua e te mauna ke o a ke kane o papavale ni utavahine ana o kuhe wahine ana o halo a heali ana u ka mauna e ke ki mauna na ke hano ta mauna kea o pua e ta mauna te o ake ake kane o papa o ake ake kane o papa valino tavahine hano hopu he vahine hana hopu he vahine hana uhaloa he ali hana kamauna kia hana kamauna kia he keki mauna na ke e o wa kea
Ioa kea. Mahalo kumuhula lanakila Manguel for that beautiful oli to honor the genealogy of Mauna Awakea, our sacred Mauna, and also to acknowledge the 130th anniversary of the overthrow of our queen yesterday. So mahalo for that beautiful oli. Aloha mai kako. Lanakila and I are members of the Mauna Kea Working Group, which was convened in 2022 by Speaker Scott Saiki, and we're honored to be here this morning to offer our pule or prayers to open the 2023 session of Kahale Ona Luna Maka'ainana, the House of Representatives of the State of Hawaii. Please join us in reciting two pule or prayers. The first is E Homai, written by revered Kumuhula Auntie Edith Kanakaole. This prayer asks to grant all of us knowledge and insight. This pule helps to center us and opens us up to receiving the hidden messages, and this mele is sung 3 times. The second chant is Na'au Makua and is also repeated 3 times. We call on our ancestors to provide us with guidance and protection, and we ask for these attributes: knowledge, strength, intelligence, understanding, insight, and spiritual power that will help this body to make the pono or right decisions so we may all flourish, the people and the aina, as we are inseparable. The order of the pula pula is Napo'e o Hawaii nei, the people of Hawaii, Kahale o na Luna Maka'ainana, the House of Representatives, and then the third time, you add your ohana name. So the House of Representatives, you have this on your desk, and I would ask you to join us if you can. E ho mai ka ike mai luna mai e o na mea una no e au o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai ka ike mai luna mai e o na mea una no e au o na mele e o mai e o mai e o mai e o mai ka ike mai luna mai e o na mea una no e au o na mele e o mai e o mai e o mai na au makua mai ka lahiki a ka lakau mai ka ho'okuhi a ka halawai na au makua ia ka hina akua ia ka hina alo ia ka akau i kalani o kiha i kalani o we i kalani nunu i kalani ka holo i kalani e ana pula pula o ko o na po'e o Hawaii e mālama o ko ia mako e ulu i kalani e ulu i ka honua e ului ka pai aina o Hawaii. E ho mai ka ike, e ho mai ka ikaika, e ho mai ke akamai, e ho mai ka mau popopono, e ho mai ka ike papalua, e ho mai ka mana. Na au mākua mai ka la hiki a ka la kau, mai ka hookuhi a ka halawai. Na au mākua ia kahina akua, ia kahina alo, ia ka akau I kalani, o ki hai kalani, o wei kalani, nulu I kalani, ka holo I kalani. E ia nā pula pula o ko ka hale o nā luna maka ainana. E mālama o ko ia mākou, e ulu I kalani, e ulu I ka honua, e ulu I ka pai aina o Hawaii. E ho mai ka ike, e ho mai ka ikaika, e ho mai ke akamai, e ho mai ka mau popopono, e ho mai ka ike pāpālua, e ho mai ka mana. Nā au mākua mai ka la hiki a ka la kau, mai ka hoʻokuhi a ka halawai. Nā au mākua ia kahina akua, ia kahina alo, ia ka akau I kalani, o ki hai kalani, o wei kalani, nulu I kalani, ka holo I kalani. E ia nā pula pula o ko o hano Menguel. E malama o ko ia mākou, e ulu I kalani, e ulu I ka honua, e ulu I ka pai aina o Hawaii. E ho mai ka ike, e ho mai ka ikaika, e ho mai ke akamai, e ho mai ka mau popopono, e ho mai ka ike pāpālua, e ho mai ka mana. Lele vale aku, please clap with me 3 times and send these prayers to the universe. Mahalo nui.
Please be seated. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Chair, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Resolution Number 1.
House Resolution Number 1, electing the temporary chair of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2023, that the Honorable Richard H.K. Onishi, representative from the 2nd District, be and is hereby declared the duly elected temporary chair of the House of Representatives of the 22nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii. This resolution is offered by Representatives Nakamura and Matsumoto.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 1.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the House Resolution Number 1 be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members of the House of Representatives of the 32nd State Legislature, thank you. Let us commence with the order of the day. Mr. Brian L. Takeshita is appointed to serve as temporary clerk. Committee on Credentials report. Representative Tarnias was previously appointed as the chair of the Committee on Credentials. Representatives Matsumoto and Nakamura served as members. Representative Tarnias, do you have the report of the Committee on Credentials?
Mr. Chair, the report of the Committee on Credentials has been submitted to the temporary clerk for action.
Mr. Clerk, are you in receipt of the report of the Committee on Credentials?
Mr. Chair, I am in receipt of said report.
Representative Tarnias?
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the report of the Committee on Credentials.
Representative Matsumoto?
I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the report on the Committee of Credentials be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The motion is carried. Mr. Clerk, Please call the roll.
Mr. Ayu?
Here.
Mr. Alcos? Ms. Amato? Ms. Bellotti? Mr. Chun? Ms. Cochran? Mr. Ganadin? Mr. Garcia? Mr. Garrett? Mr. Gates? Mr. Hashem? Mr. Hashimoto? Mr. Holt? Ms. Hussey Burdick? Ms. Ichiyama? Mr. Iligan?
Present.
Ms. Kahaloa? Ms. Capella? Mr. Kila? Ms. Kitagawa? Mr. Kobayashi? Mr. Kong? Ms. Lamosao? Ms. Lowen? Ms. Martin? Ms. Martinez? Mr. Matayoshi? Ms. Matsumoto? Mr. Mizuno? Ms. Morikawa? Ms. Nakamura? Mr. Nakashima?
Excused.
Mr. Nishimoto? Ms. Peruso? Mr. Pirik? Ms. Poe Poe? Mr. Quinlan? Mr. Saiki? Mr. Sayama? Ms. Souza? Mr. Takeyama? Ms. Takenouchi? Mr. Tam? Mr. Tarnas? Mr. Todd? Mr. Ward? Mr. Woodson? Mr. Yamashita? Mr. Chair.
Present.
Mr. Chair, 48 members are present, 1 is excused.
Members, the House will take a temporary recess. Recess.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the House of Representatives is pleased to present for your entertainment a group with over 40 years of distinguished history in the Hawaii music scene. Having won numerous Nahoku Awards and being inducted into the Hawaiian Music Hall of Fame, they continue to delight audiences in Hawaii and around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Makaha Sons.
Let's finish this roll call over here. Hanale Ta'anaku. Present. Kima Artist. Present. Uncle Jerome. Here. Present. Good morning, everybody. Aloha. One nice hand for Speaker Sankey for inviting us and to really much appreciated. A wonderful song and dedicated to each and every one of you. This song pretty much put Makaha-sons on the map of entertainment. Song was written by Lady Kamai. Song is entitled Good Morning You. And we'll do a medley song. Is that all right, guys? And we dedicate to each and every one. How's everybody good? From 1976, see if you guys remember this. Good for Kaleo Hano. Yes, mahalo. This is going out to Homestead Land out there. They took the blast from the past to remind me what's behind me, and I know where I got to be. In the valley, not the alley, in the sand, not the can. Looking where the water still runs deep. Where the only hanapa, Polikikako, only place to be. Where the only hanapa, Polikikako, Kediamana, butterfly free. So if you ever in the district at home, you won't restrict it, won't you please drop down and see? Whoa, the bounty's getting down and they do it all naturally. Reach out across the street. Turn to me. Where the only only place to be. Where the only butterfly free. So if you're ever in the district at home, you won't restrict it, won't you please drop down and see? Oh, the brown is getting down and they do it all naturally. I see the me and the boys, Moon, Johnny, Jerome, stay up late to what the late show. Same old, same old, same old. I see the yak. But you get a chance, you're doing the dance to the curly shuffle. I see the me and the boys, keep Mohan and Jerome, stay up late to what the late show. Same old, same old, same old. I see the yak. But you get a chance, doing the dance to the curly shuffle. I say the way I'm inside, the way I'm inside, the way I'm inside, the way I'm inside. Whoa, 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 whoa. You go to the left and you go to the right. The whole in the middle, you can do it all night. And go around the aisles with your hands on your hips. Do the hoochie coochie snapping your fingertips. Sophisticated, hula baby, they like to do. I do a little. Way on the inside. Way on the inside. Way on the inside. Way on the inside. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You cruise to the left and you cruise to the right. The whole in the middle, you can do it all night. Let's go around the aisles with your hands on your hips. Do the hoochie coochie slapping your fingertips. Sophisticated, hula baby, they like to do. I do a little only and the super. Way on the inside. Buddy, put your hands together. Way on the inside. Way on the inside. Way on the inside. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, there's the Makasa. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Representatives from Nanakuli. Oh, Mr. Killer.
Oh, that's why.
It's just something small. We gotta get toilet papers here back in all the parks. Hey, no more, bro. No more. Oh, sorry, if you mean this. I'm going to dedicate this very special song to a wonderful gentleman which has recently passed. And, you know, I guess he was your guys' camaraderie over here. And we never talked too much, but when we had time at different functions, you know, we used to talk just a little, talking about Mr. Ron Minor. And I would like to dedicate this song to him and his family. You all know the words, we sing it out to Brother Ron. I saw you in my dream. We were walking on a white sandy beach of Hawaii. Little louder, little louder. We were playing in the sun. We were having so much fun on a white
Will the House come to order? Will the Sergeant of Arms please escort the Honorable Mark E. Reckenwall, Chief Justice of the Hawaii State Supreme Court, to the rostrum to administer the oath of office.
All right. Good morning. Aloha, everyone. It's an honor to be here, and I thank the members of the House and Speaker Psyche for extending the invitation to me. And on behalf of the judiciary, I'd like to extend our deep aloha and sympathy to the family of Ron Minor. Will the members of the House please stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Hawaii, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as a member of the House of Representatives of the State of Hawaii to the best of my ability. Congratulations to you all.
Members, you may be seated. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Chair, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Resolution number 2.
House Resolution Number 2, electing the Speaker and Vice Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2023, that the Honorable Scott K. Psyche, representative from the 25th District, and the Honorable Gregor Iligan, representative from the 4th District, be elected as Speaker and Vice Speaker, respectively, of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii. This resolution is offered by Representatives Nakamura and Matsumoto.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 2.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Chair, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the House Resolution Number 2 be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. Motion is carried. The following representatives are appointed to escort the Honorable Scott K. Psyche to the rostrum. Representatives Nadine Nakamura, D. Morikawa, Lauren Matsumoto, and Diamond Garcia. Members of the House of Representatives, I present the Honorable Scott K. Psyche, the Speaker of the House of the Representatives of the 32nd Legislature.
Thank you, Representative Onishi. Thank you, members, for your vote of support and confidence. And thank you, more importantly, thank you for not taking 15 votes on the Speaker resolution. The following representatives are appointed to escort the Honorable Gregor Iligan to the rostrum. Representatives Nadine Nakamura and Lauren Matsumoto. Members of the House of Representatives, I present the Honorable Gregor Iligan, Vice Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Resolution number 3.
House Resolution Number 3, electing the officers of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2023, that Brian L. Takeshita, Rod Tananaka, Rupert Juarez, and Tamalani S.K. No be elected as Chief Clerk, Sergeant-at-Arms, Assistant Chief Clerk, and Assistant Sergeant-at-Arms, respectively, of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii. This resolution is offered by Representatives Nakamura and Matsumoto.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 3.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that House Resolution number 3 be adopted. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Mr. Takeshita, Mr. Tananaka, Mr. Juarez, and Ms. No, could you please approach the rostrum for the oath of office? Could you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Hawaii, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as an officer of the House of Representatives of the State of Hawaii to the best of my ability. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the officers of the House of Representatives. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Resolution number 4.
House Resolution Number 4, acknowledging and recognizing the caucus leaders and naming the chairs, vice chairs, and members of the standing committees of the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature. This resolution is offered by Representatives Nakamura and Matsumoto.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 4.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adopt House Resolution number 4. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I have a House concurrent resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read HCR number 1.
House Concurrent Resolution Number 1, relating to recess days for the regular session of 2023. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2023, the Senate concurring, that pursuant to Article 3, Section 10 of the Hawaii State Constitution, the dates of the mandatory recess for the regular session of 2023 are hereby determined to be the 23rd, 24th, 27th, and 28th days of February and the first day of March, on which days the regular session of 2023 shall be recessed. And be it further resolved that pursuant to Article 3, Section 10 of the Hawaii State Constitution, the dates of the recesses other than the dates of the mandatory recess for regular session of 2023 are hereby determined to be the 24th and 26th days of January, the 6th and 8th days of March, the 10th, 12th, and 26th days of April, the 1st and 3rd days of May, on which the dates the regular session of 2023 shall be recessed. This resolution is offered by you, Mr. Speaker, and Vice Speaker Iligan.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House concurrent resolution number 1.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt House concurrent resolution number 1. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I have a second House concurrent resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read HCR number 2.
House Concurrent Resolution Number 2, requesting the Governor to address the Legislature assembled in joint session. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2023, the Senate concurring, that the two houses of the legislature assemble in joint session in the chambers of the House of Representatives at 10 a.m. on Monday, January 23, 2023, for the purpose of receiving such address or greetings from the Governor of Hawaii as he should be pleased to make, and be it further resolved that a duly certified copy of this concurrent resolution be transmitted to the Honorable Josh Green, Governor of the State of Hawaii. This concurrent resolution is offered by you, Mr. Speaker, and Vice Speaker Ilagan.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Concurrent Resolution Number 2.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Is there any discussion on this resolution? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members, we'll be taking a brief recess. Recess subject to the call of the chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Makaha Sons.
But I guess not over there. Well, aloha once again, everybody. How you guys doing? Everybody good up there? Everybody good? Yeah? Nice, nice. Yeah.
Pretty girl, stop. Too much good looking. Number one sweet, naughty eyes may go. You bet I know you don't got a chance. Not a fella she's sweet but today, baby, I got see too much room for him. And I said I surrendered you last night. Oh, you don't come to see mama. I think so. You don't like me no more. Another girl, not a fella like me too. Oh, he number one doodle, he too much aloha. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Away, away.
Number one street of the Idaho. In which I know you let a chance, not a fellow, she's sweetheart. But today, I got she's too much for him, and I said, what's the matter, you asked by you? Oh, you look at me, see, mama, I think so, you don't like me no more. You too much like another girl, not a family like you need to. Oh, he number one to do, he too much aloha. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, away, away. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, away, away. The Pidgin English hula. Hey, aloha, welcome back everybody. Mahalo. Take you to the wonderful island of Kauai. Recorded this song a couple years ago. But how about a nice hand for the governor in the house tonight, everybody? Mr. Josh Green. Yeah. Where is my love, Kamali? Please answer me, Kamali. Oh, here I am, Kamali. Here in this Is this the fullness of heaven? Here in this paradise, please come to me, Kalani, where nights are still, Kalani. You can hear the voice of it beckons you, Kapalani. We'll be together You'll hear the sound of his voice. Here in Before we depart this wonderful establishment, once again, how about a nice hand for each and every one of you guys coming out today? Thank you. So before we depart, once again, how about a nice hand? This is Uncle Honolei on 6th Street.
Aloha,
guitar.
everybody.
This is Uncle Kimo, artist
Aloha.
on bass. Once again, my name is Uncle Jerome. We are the Makaha Sons. Thanking each and every one of you for coming and supporting this wonderful thing. So let's keep everything really good this session, and hope you guys do wonderful, wonderful things again.
Cement covers the ground here, and the grayness can really bring you down here. Seem like the crowd will smother you, and the dirty old buildings will cover you. Till there's just one thing to do. Take a walk in the country, breathe the sweet country air. Feel the warm earth around you everywhere. Take a walk in the country, feel the wind in your hair. Take a walk in the country, there's a place for you there. There's airplanes instead of birds here, and car lots instead of raising herds here. No more trees to comfort you, or soft green meadows to wander through, unless you know what to do. Take a walk in the country, breathe the sweet country air. Feel the warm earth around you everywhere. Take a walk in the country, feel the wind in your hair. Take a walk in the country, there's a place for you there, for you there. all of you have a fabulous day. We love you guys. Mahalo and aloha. Take care now. Mahalo. Will the House please come to order? So first of all, could we give a big hand to the Makaha Sons for the entertainment this morning? The chair has some remarks this morning, but before beginning, the House of Representatives would like to extend its deepest condolences to the family of Ron Minor, who was a former member of this House. So normally I try to keep my speech within 7 minutes, but today I'm going to spend a lot of time introducing and acknowledging people. So I apologize because I'm going to go over time. So first of all, thank you to the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra for the pre-program music. Thank you. Thank you to Ms. Kawai Poimaikai Kahaloa, daughter of Representative Kahaloa, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you to Major Jared Sproat of the Hawaii Air National Guard for the National Anthem and Hawaii Pono'i. Please join me in thanks and acknowledgement to the community leaders who are cultural practitioners for setting the ground for us in chant and prayer at the start of today's proceedings. Dr. Punihei Leip, who provided the Oli, and Dr. Noinoi Wong Wilson for the invocation. Please welcome my lovely and beautiful wife, Patsy Psyche. And my parents, Richard and Sue, who are watching online this morning. We also have guests from the Hokkaido Prefectural Assembly and the Fukuoka Prefectural Assembly in the gallery. And I'd also like to introduce some of the public officials who are here with us this morning. Governor Josh Green and Mrs. Jamie Green. Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke, and second gentleman, Michael Luke. Incidentally, thank you to the Lieutenant Governor for providing the members with a cactus plant. Just have a cactus, although mine is plastic, I'm not sure why. From the Hawaii Supreme Court, Chief Justice Mark Rechtenwald and Associate Justices Paula Nakayama, Sabrina McKenna, Michael Wilson, and Todd W. Edens. From the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, Chair Carmen Hulu Lindsay. From our congressional delegation, United States Senator Mazie Hirono. Congressmember Ed Case and Mrs. Audrey Nakamura.
Congressmember Joe Tokuda. We also have former governors with us this morning, Governor George Ariyoshi and Mrs. Jean Ariyoshi. Governor John Waihee and Mrs. Lynn Waihee. Governor Linda Lingle. Governor Neil Abercrombie. We also have former Congress member Colleen Hanabusa. Honolulu Mayor Rick Blangiardi. Kauai Mayor Derek Kawakami. And we have council chairs here with us. From Kauai, Chair Mel Raposo. From Maui, Chair Tasha Kama. From the Big Island, Chair Heather Kimball. And from Honolulu, Chair Tommy Waters. And finally, we also have members of the Consular Corps with us this morning. Could the members please stand? Aloha, aloha kako, aloha to all of us. Welcome and thank you for attending our first opening day in 3 years. So a couple of weeks ago, Chris West, who's the president of ILWU Local 142, said something to me that is spot on today. He said, "It's cool to have Hawaii back." I know that we all agree with Chris, so let's give everyone here a round of applause for making it through the pandemic. We celebrate this moment and are happy to see so many familiar faces and many new faces. Today, we are joined by 16 new House members. This is our largest freshman class in 28 years, and I would like to introduce 12 of them, and Representative Lauren Matsumoto will introduce the remaining 4. So members, could you please stand when I call on you? First, Representative Kirsten Kahaloa from District 6. Kirsten is a native Hawaiian woman, mother, paddler, nonprofit manager, and someone who originally left Hawaii for 14 years and almost didn't return, but did so to make her community and state a better place to live. From District 11, Representative Therese Amato. So Therese is known as Tomato in her community. She grew up on Maui. She's an advocate who eagerly overcomes obstacles and challenges and views this role as an opportunity of a lifetime. From District 13, Representative Mahina Poipoi. Mahina was born and raised on Molokai. She is a native Hawaiian woman who is passionate about aloha aina and seeks to bring this intention to government. From District 14, Representative Ellie Cochran. Ellie is the purple hair lady who is a surfer. She previously lived off the grid. She is a floral arranger. She is passionate about regenerative agriculture, and she will work her hardest to ensure that the voice of her community is heard in the State House. From District 22, Representative Andrew Garrett. Andrew was born and raised in Kanagawa, Japan. He's a former cabinet member. He's married to my law school classmate, Patty, and he wants to ensure that his 2 daughters and all families here have opportunities to thrive in Hawaii. From District 27, Representative Jenna Takanuchi. Jenna is a problem solver who thrives in absorbing information, has a background in library and information sciences, and is a trivia expert. From District 32, Representative Micah Ayu. Micah is an attorney and volleyball coach who makes history as the first mother-son team serving concurrently in the House and Senate, and who wants to make Hawaii a better place to live. From District 35, Representative Corey Chun. Corey began his public service as a member of the Waipahu Neighborhood Board, and his entire family, himself, his wife, and his 2 children, all have names that begin with the letter C. From District 36, Representative Rochelle Lamasau. Rochelle is a mother, lifelong Waipahu resident, a proud marauder. She is the youngest female Waipahu representative elected thus far and wants to create a better future for her son, Waipahu, and Hawaii. From District 40, Representative Rose Martinez. Rose is the dean of the freshman class. She has a never quit and a can-do attitude whose lifelong passion and purpose is to serve her community and make a positive difference for the state. From District 44, Representative Darius Kila. The son of Stephen Kila Jr. and Heidi Kila, the grandson of Grandma Leslie, and a proud, die-hard Taylor Swift fan, Kapolei High and collegiate football player, and the tallest member of the legislature. From District 50, Representative Natalia Hussey Burdick. Natalia is a former restaurant server who fosters stray kittens, who fell in love with the legislative process and is not afraid to take on our toughest challenges and bring so much enthusiasm to the House. I'd also like, those are our freshmen, but I'd like to spend a couple of minutes to introduce our sophomore members because they were elected 2 years ago during the pandemic shutdown, and they have never had an opening day yet where they could be introduced to everyone. So I want to just do that very quickly. From District 4, Representative and Vice Speaker Gregor Ilagan. From District 5, Representative Janae Capella. From District 21, Representative Jackson Sayama. From District 24, Representative Adrian Tam. From District 30, Representative Sunny Ganadin. And from District 51, Representative Lisa Martin. Could you please give a hand to all of our freshmen and sophomore members? So, as you know, the past 3 years impacted everyone in our community. Stay-at-home parents instantly became homeroom teachers. Students could no longer have daily interactions with other students. Employees faced fiscal uncertainty. Employers faced business uncertainty. Individuals and communities already at a disadvantage when times are good carried even more hardships. Families lost loved ones, including the recent loss of community members and leaders, and our healthcare professionals and first responders worked tirelessly through it all. As we return, we know that the lessons and inspirations of meeting difficult challenges will always be with us. Every crisis, if met together with resilience and resolve, brings new lessons and a chance to improve. In the face of adversity, this House rejected business as usual and arose in action and inquiry in unconventional ways. We asked the community to work with us in ways that were outside the box to better understand conditions and aspirations and to produce results. There are a few groups here today whose work continues to be felt, and I wanted to acknowledge them very briefly. The first is the chairs who ran our House committees during the pandemic shutdown, and in doing so, each took on specific initiatives to manage the problems we were facing. Could our House chairs please stand to be recognized? The second group is the House Select Committee on COVID-19 Economic and Financial Preparedness that the House formed in March 2020. This committee included leaders from the public, private, and nonprofit sectors, and it protected public health and our economy by developing reopening protocols, creating mass vaccination centers, and providing timely data to the public. Several members from our COVID-19 committee are with us today: Peter Ho, Dr. Mark Mugiishi, Elliot Mills, Na'alehu Anthony, Pamela Toonpop, Tina Yamaki, Cheryl Matsuoka, Sherry Menor McNamara, Dr. Carl Bonham, and Sue Shin. Could you please stand to be recognized? The third group is the House's Mauna Kea Working Group that met for a year and a half to propose a new governance structure for Mauna Kea. The proposal is now law and is being implemented. Simply put, this group is showing us how we can resolve conflict in our state. Several working group members are here today: Dr. Noinoi Wong Wilson, Rich Matsuda, Brian Onodera, Shane Palakat Nelson, Jocelyn Lealoha Doan, Dr. Louis Hokoana, Joshua Lanakila Manguel, Kaiu Kimura, Mahina Paishon Duarte, and Sterling Wong. Please stand to be recognized. So sometimes through adversity, we are reminded that we should be better. Without public trust, we cannot lead. All of us need to rise to the highest expectations, and standards of conduct help set the way. Last year, the House asked Judge Dan Foley to chair the Commission to Improve Standards of Conduct and to make recommendations how standards can be improved. This House takes reset and reform seriously and will take up the recommendations in earnest this session. Judge Foley is here with us today, along with another member, former United States Attorney Flo Nakakuni. Could you please stand to be recognized? So COVID challenged us, but we learned and adapted throughout. The pandemic taught us that if we don't meet challenges directly and timely, they will only grow larger, more difficult, and more divisive. It's time to take those lessons and incorporate them into our work. Our first step was our decision to continue the hybrid legislative environment, allowing in-person and remote testimony from the public. But we are not done. 150 years ago, in 1873, a 33-year-old Catholic priest from Belgium arrived in our islands, volunteering to serve a spare and forgotten settlement at Kalaupapa. There was not much there except for great need and the sick, caring for the very sick. Father Damien and the sisters built shelters, established a reliable water supply, nursed the sick, and welcomed patients as human beings into the community as best as they could become. He labored until his death in 1889, demonstrating courage, resolve, and resilience. Today, we have far more resources, infrastructure, and authority than Father Damien. But will we have his courage, resolve, and resilience? While we undoubtedly deal with many issues, as every other legislature in the U.S. will do this year, we have an opportunity and the resources to focus on unresolved issues that often seem insurmountable. Here are a few examples. First, financial relief for Hawaii residents. We need to continue to build on the progress of prior legislators to target relief for middle and lower income families. One potential reform is to adjust the earned income tax credit, which provides comprehensive relief for 108,000 Hawaii households. Second, renewable energy. The legislature set the year 2045 as the deadline for our 100% renewable energy mandate. A $200 million investment for low-interest, pay-as-you-go loans for low and moderate income families would allow up to 7,600 households to install solar battery systems, resulting in lower utility bills and preventing the emission of 767,000 metric tons of greenhouse gases over the lifetime of their systems. Third, Hawaiian homelands. Last year, the legislature made a concerted decision to reduce the wait list. We will work with the Department of Hawaiian. There is a strategic and common sense plan to leverage and maximize the $600 million infusion. Fourth, mental health. The gaps in our mental health system can be seen as we walk and drive through our communities. The pandemic has exacerbated the demand for mental health services. We will work with our mental health partners, the judiciary, and the Department of Health to identify, treat, and support these members of our community. Fifth, housing. We will add another $300 million to finance affordable housing projects to meet the housing demand for lower income groups. 6, state parks and trails. Visitors should pay fees to maintain our state parks, trails, and other venues. We should create a statewide visitor reservation and payment system, make major investments to repair or restore our state parks, ocean resources, and forests, and harness the enthusiasm and physical strength of community organizations to maintain our parks and trails. And finally, Red Hill. When it comes to the current state of our environment, no issue presents more of an existential challenge than the purity and well-being of our water. The House will reauthorize a special committee for Red Hill and the aquifer for accountability, as well as to formulate a state and local coordinated policy as we step into the stewardship of this most precious resource that feeds this entire island, our people, businesses, and future. In all of these areas, we open this session pledging resolve and fresh perspectives. And let me mention one other thing. I'm gonna steal this from the Sesame Street playbook. The Sesame Street word of the day is cooperation. Cooperation, as you know, is the process of working together toward the same ends. In order for Hawaii to be successful, we must all endeavor to cooperate with each other. And we should routinely challenge ourselves to serve as Father Damien did and would ask us to do so with courage, resilience, and resolve. So speaking of cooperation, as you know, there have been some media reports speculating on the relationship between the legislature and the governor. So let me be clear. The House will work with Governor Green and his team in good faith and in a positive manner so that we can solve problems and bring results to Hawaii residents. Governor Green, could you please stand to be recognized? Oh, and I guess the Lieutenant Governor can also stand to be recognized. The year 2023 is a challenge and opportunity for all of us, freshmen with enthusiasm and energy, sophomore members with the benefit of fresh perspectives on existing issues, and veterans with institutional and experiential knowledge. Let's resolve to face and deal with problems together with and for the community. Let's be resilient in the face of adverse conditions. Let's have the courage to make this time and labor count for all. And maybe we should routinely ask of ourselves, what would Father Damien do? Thank you, members, and let's have a productive session. For the Minority Leader's remarks, Representative Lauren Matsumoto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Majority Leader Nakamura, friends, family, and public who are here to celebrate with us today, good morning and aloha. I remember standing in this room for the first time 10 years ago, humbled by what it meant to be a State House representative. I remember the excitement and the anticipation, and let's be honest, a little bit of nerves. Let me tell you, that doesn't go away. But each and every one of us being sworn in today has worked so hard to get here. You each have a vision and a passion to serve your community. So on my first opening day, I remember my brother coming up to me. He gave me a lei. He looked at me and he said, "Get over yourself." Younger brothers, I tell you. And while it pains me to admit it, he was right. None of us have gotten to this point alone. I'd like you to just take the time to think of all of those who have helped you to get here today. Your family, your friends, your mentors, and your communities. And as we go through session, I ask you to never forget why you are here and who you are doing it for. Each of us standing here today has been honored to represent thousands of people in our communities. Hawaii deserves leadership that will work together to put the common interests of people ahead of our own. And sometimes that will mean voicing opposition, but that's vital for a healthy democracy, and it actually produces better legislation. And though we may have differences, I commit to work collaboratively and fairly, giving honest feedback with respect, and I am humbly asking for your willingness to do the same. Mr. Speaker, thank you for your leadership and commitment to the people of Hawaii. We look forward to working with you. Now I'd like to take some time to acknowledge the members of the Minority Caucus. As a polyglot speaking Malay, Indonesian, Vietnamese, and English, we have Representative Jean Ward. Representative Jean Ward is an expert in international affairs and as well as local issues. He is our longest serving member, a Vietnam veteran, Peace Corps director, has PhD, and an endless list of accolades from his time serving the people of Hawaii. Representative Ward, your dedication to serve the people of Hawaii and your relentless persistence to seek their best interest does not go unnoticed. His not-so-secret talent of singing and playing ukulele, we have Representative Diamond Garcia. Please stand up. Diamond has brought much joy to his district on the leeward side of Oahu. I'd also like to add that he just beat me out for the record for the youngest Republican ever elected in the state of Hawaii by just 2 months, but this is a title that I gladly pass on. Representative Garcia, your passion and youthful zeal to uphold the values of the people of Hawaii are a force to be reckoned with. As a Division I rower at USC, we have Representative Kanani Souza. Representative Souza went on to be an attorney licensed in both Hawaii and Washington, D.C. She is also a proud graduate of Kamehameha schools. Representative Souza, your strength and unwavering conviction gives me confidence that this legislature will be held to the highest standard. As a sixth generation from Ewa Beach, we have Representative David Alkos. Representative Alkos is a successful business owner and leading contractor in Hawaii's construction industry. He is a proud husband, father, and papa, and really sticks to his values of family first. Representative Alkos, your incredible ability to stand firm in your conviction while still having a soft heart is a skill that few have mastered. And last but not least, as an athlete, referee, chaplain, professor, author, and officer in the Air Force Reserves, Representative Elijah Perrick. He has accomplished so much at such a young age. Representative Perrick, your desire to seek change and growth in every area while still pursuing humility is admirable. And I'm proud to stand among each and every one of you today. Although our caucus is few in numbers, we are strong in our passion, conviction, and motivation, and let me tell you, we have a lot to bring to the table. What brings us all together today, but the one thing we all absolutely have in common, is we all call Hawaii home. Everyone in Hawaii will be affected by the decisions that we make in this chamber. The House Republican Caucus is committed to take a stand for Hawaii this legislative session, so that the people of Hawaii aren't simply surviving, but thriving. Our Republican legislation will focus on combating the high cost of living, assisting local families towards home ownership, supporting the rights of people to make decisions for themselves and for their families, implementing government reform, and keeping our communities safe by being tough on crime, as well as focused on rehabilitation. I'd like to just take a quick moment to highlight a few of the policies that we're going to introduce. As we know, the majority of people in Hawaii are living paycheck to paycheck. For years, the cost of living has been a top issue, and for decades, the Republican caucus has introduced legislation to eliminate tax on food and medical services. This is not a revolutionary idea. The majority of states are already doing this. Even further, we propose to eliminate the state income tax. For the average household, this will provide an additional $15,000 back in their pockets. That is life-changing. Home ownership is unattainable for a majority of our state. It is a pipe dream. The people of Hawaii need assurance that we, as a legislative body, are taking every possible action so that families are not left with the tough decision to leave Hawaii. Creating paths towards home ownership is a top priority. One of the biggest obstacles to buying a home is the down payment. So we propose a down payment assistance program to make that pipe dream a reality. And the people in our state want their voices to be heard and are more than capable of making choices that are best for them and for their families. We want to turn the volume up on their voices to be heard through legislation like implementing local school boards. Every single state has implemented local school boards except for Hawaii. By doing this, communities will have a greater say in the direction of our public education, and local voices need to have a seat at the table. And our legislative body has lost the trust of the people. In order to earn that trust back, government reform is imperative. We propose several safeguards to ensure that elected officials are held to the highest standards, as well as a 12-year term limit for state elected officials. We need transparency in government now more than ever. And finally, the phrase "crime is on the rise" doesn't even begin to capture the severity of the issue. Last week, we all heard the story on the news of the man who broke into a 77-year-old woman's home, pushed her down the stairs, and violently beat her. That man is a convicted murderer who was let out of jail. And this is an issue that hits close to home because that woman is my neighbor. Crime is happening in our backyards. For the last decade, our policies have opened the doors to an increase in crime, and our communities are looking to us to make laws that protect them this legislative session. And that's why we will introduce legislation to be tough on crime, as well as focused on rehabilitation. In the last decade that I've been here, I learned it's critical to think not only of our own goals and priorities, but we must recognize that first, great accomplishments don't happen alone. And second, in order to do the best work for our state, we have to genuinely listen and work together. It is with so much gratitude that I stand here today. Equal to the amount of gratitude that I feel is the weight of responsibility heavy on my shoulders, our shoulders, to ensure that Hawaii stays home for generations to come. People of Hawaii, we are listening. We want to hear what you have to say. Please join us this legislative session to have your voices be heard, to make the best possible future for the generations to come. And to all of my colleagues in the room, let's enjoy the celebrations of today, but tomorrow, let's get over ourselves and work together for the people of Hawaii. Mahalo.
Thank you, Representative Matsumoto. For the Majority Leader's remarks, Representative Nadine Nakamura.
Aloha and good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members, for the opportunity to serve as Majority Leader of our Democratic Party caucus. I would like to first recognize Representative Della Al-Balati for her 5 years of service as Majority Leader. Della, please stand. We thank you for your leadership, for your boundless energy, and the sacrifices you made to guide the Majority Caucus. And mahalo, Rep. Balati, for personally helping me and my staff prepare for this new challenge. Mr. Speaker, We all know how much our families and friends help us get elected and support us so that we can do our work. I'd like to recognize my mother, Mabel Maeda, 95 years old. And I'd like to thank my family and my friends in the gallery for their support over the years. And a special shout out to Ben Viernes and my staff, past and present, who continue to support me. Well, there has been a dark cloud hanging over the legislature, Mr. Speaker. Please take note. The voters of Hawaii, from Hilo to Hanalei, re-elected 31 incumbent Democrats in the House. Hawaii residents gave their vote of confidence because members responded to their concerns, passed meaningful and impactful legislation, engaged with their communities, problem solved, help their constituents navigate the state bureaucracy, and most of all, conducted themselves ethically. Mr. Speaker, I'm honored to serve alongside incumbents and the 14 new Democrats you just introduced. We heard loud and clear from our constituents that we need more affordable housing, we need more mental health services, and we need to take care of our natural resources. Mr. Speaker, your House majority believes that our families in Hawaii cannot grow and thrive without building more affordable housing. Although we allocated close to $1 billion for housing last session, we can't take our foot off the pedal. The state legislature's past investment will yield over 7,000 affordable housing units over the next several years. By putting an additional $300 million into the rental housing revolving fund, we can build another 800 units of affordable housing and keep the development and construction pipeline flowing. I would like to thank Housing Chair Troy Hashimoto for his work on this bill. The House majority believes we must listen to the voices that are not always heard in these halls. The growing need for child and adult mental health services requires a multi-pronged approach, including bills to improve and expedite assisted community treatment for those experiencing severe mental health crises and improve youth crisis response services through a pilot mobile outreach program. We recognize you, Speaker Saiki, and Representative Lisa Martin for working with our community partners and the administration to craft these bills. The House majority deeply values the natural beauty and resources of the state of Hawaii and believe it's our responsibility to steward our lands and waters. We propose funding targeted to divisions within DLNR who malama our natural resources and in doing so help to mitigate and adapt to climate change. Funds are needed to purchase heavy equipment to clear debris to prevent flooding, develop fire resistance landscapes, develop an urban forestry program, reforest acres of land with koa and other native tree species, control and maintain invasive species that threaten watershed functions. And there are many other ways that we can add to this list, but we also would like to leverage critical federal grants. We thank Energy and Environmental Protection Chair Nicole Lowen for working on this bill. Mr. Speaker, your House majority serves with aloha, a willingness to collaborate, a pledge to resolve differences respectfully. We commit to work hard, to serve with integrity, and most of all, work together for all of Hawaii's residents. Mahalo piha.
Okay, thank you, Representative Nakamura. We have 2 more votes. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read HR number 5.
House Resolution Number 5, communicating that the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature has assembled and is ready to transact business. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2023, that this body has assembled and is ready to transact business with the following officers: Scott K. Saiki, Speaker; Gregor Iligan, Vice Speaker; Brian L. Takeshita, Chief Clerk; Rod Tananaka, Sergeant at Arms; Rupert Juarez, Assistant Chief Clerk; Tamalani S.K. No, Assistant Sergeant at Arms. Be it further resolved that a duly certified copy of this resolution be transmitted to the Honorable Josh Green, Governor of the State of Hawaii, and to the Senate of the 32nd Legislature of the State of Hawaii in regular session assembled. This resolution is offered by Representatives Nakamura and Matsumoto.
Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution number 5.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the House stand adjourned until 12 o'clock noon tomorrow.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow.